Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up in the US. Also my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. Today I'm going to share with you a simple way to color the Peaceful Place with watercolor. I pre-stamp with Versamark and emboss it with copper embossing powder. And that's what makes it very easy to color. And I don't know how much you can see the shimmery in the water. So I'm going to share with you how to color that. For the sky, I like to use balmy blue. And a lot of the time, I take a clear block, tap it, and that's what's going to be my color palette. I want to make sure I'm in the view. Here we go. Use aqua painter. Make sure it's wet. Aqua painter is just open here. Put your water in there, just plain water, and then you're ready. I like to wet my paper, and again, I'm going to say, I don't know if I say it, this is on watercolor paper. So I water that a bit, and then see, we're going to add the sky. And like I said, I'm doing that very simple, no fuss about this. If you see, I go right on top here to have some blue, because I feel that it need to have the blue inside my tree, like for the daylight that you would see the sky. So I'm just going to put that there. Now let's do the water. I should have done the water first so we can show the next step for the shimmery. So I'm going to wipe this, and then I'm going to use peacock blue. And I like to go where the lines are. That's where I go and add my water. So that's going to be more dark, like this. And then I just going to wipe my brush a bit and then just blend this a little bit. And then if you want to have, like mine, get a lot of dark color, you can always add a little bit of Night of Navy. So it's whatever color that you prefer. I can go and add just tiny little bit of Night of Navy. And I'm going to wipe that and mix that a little bit. So you see I get the different tone in there, like a reflection in the water and so on. So now that I get that done, I'm going to share how to do the leaves. So the leaf, we're going to use pumpkin pie. This is my old stamp, so I just squeeze it. I'm going to use my cover for my palette. And so I got pumpkin pie, crushed curry, and old olive. Now again, let me move a little bit of stuff around before I get a big mess over here. Make sure I'm still in the view here. I'm going to, again, make sure it's wet. I'm going to take some orange and I just tap in my leaves. And a little bit more. Now I'm going to go with my crushed curry and add some crushed curry. So you can add maybe Cajun craze, some cherry cobbler, whatever color of fall that you wish to add. So that is it. You see, you don't have to be careful. You just dab, dab, dab. I think that's what add quite a bit. I'm coming back with more orange because I want more of the orange. And I'm going to add a little bit here. So that's how I done this. Now I'm going to go get some of the green. Now the green, I'm going to do my grass first. And the grass, I can add a little bit of yellow to the grass just because it's fall. And fall, the grass, it's not very bright in the green, right? It's more like straw, put it that way. I'm going to add my grass all around. See, I just dab and go happy. Put it that way. That's That's the best thing I can say. Dab, 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 go happy. So now I got my hill there, and then I'm gonna go below here, over here. And now for the trees, what I done, I just went at the top and zigzagged to the trees. That is it. For the pine trees, I should say. Just zigzag this so you add that green. And you're going to have some running maybe color. And that is normal. Watercolor, it is runny. So it's nothing perfectly smooth about watercolor. Now, I'm going to use soft suede. Make sure my brush is clean. And I'm going to do the bank here with the soft suede. And over here, I went a little bit below, but that's okay. I can come back and do my bank here with my soft suede. And you get the bank at the bottom here. So you see how quick and simple it is to watercolor if you emboss first. Now I'm going to take more of my soft suede and I'm going to do my trunk of the trees here. I'm going to add some of the soft suede. You can also add, if you want darker, add early espresso. That would be very easy to do. Just going to add a little bit more. So now you get the jig of it. For the boulder down here, I use not basic, but smoky slate for my boulder. So I'm going to add my boulder in smoky slate. Oh, I need more water. It was kind of dry. When it's dry, it wants to live like, oh, I don't know, like chunk of color that it look kind of funny. So make sure your pencil, you get plenty of water. So now I'm going to go back. I want to add a little bit, here we go, of my water. It's dark, but I'm going to keep on adding water here. Here we go. Now I'm going to tap that a bit. And I need a little bit more in my sky. Let me wipe this. So it would be great if I would have a few of my block out with the colors, so then I don't have to keep on wiping it, my block, or on the other hand there. Here we go. So that looked pretty good. I'm going to add some green in my trees now. I had that the last just because I want the other color to be dry, so then I don't get a mud puddle there. So you don't want to put too much color at once. You want to let it dry a bit in between, so then you don't get all just one colors. Here we go. That is it. I'll sample this here. It's a bit too dark. Here we go. So now when that would be all dry, I would come with the wink of Stella, and that's my shimmery in my water here. See? Oh, that's one of my hair. I've been shedding lately. Here we go. And the boulder can have a little bit. That is it, my friend. How to do the quick and easy watercolor with embossing. Now I'm going to let that dry. I don't want to mount that till it's dry. So I had stamp it and cut it with the stitch rectangle framelit. And then I'm going to put that on a stitch rectangle framelit die that I cut here. I'm going to put that on Pretty Peacock. And this one, I'm going to put it on Very Vanilla. So I'm going to share with you how this portion is attached. So I cut my piece of, I'm afraid to make a mess here. I cut my cardstock at 5.5 by 8.5. Score at 2 1/8 at the other end, score at 2 1/8 also. Now you're going to take your, I like to open this here, leave about a quarter at each end, and I'm going to put that right there. Now on your peacock, I'm going to put just not quite halfway. Should be about halfway, but I'd rather put less than too much. Now we're going to close this in two. Oh, did I put right at the end? I don't think so. You don't want to put right at the end there because it's a border. Let's keep that close. Match that on each side. This piece of the pretty peacock measure 5 1/4 by 4. So I will have all measurement on my blog. Right below you get the direct link, or above in the eye, and all measurement will be there, and also all supplies that I use for this card. So this one here, the copper, you're going to put it all right there. Now for the embellishment, I'm using our little trinkets. Whoops. That's our leaf. Again, I'm going to have the measurement, and I'm using like the copper one. And that, the way that I glue that, I just put the glue dots in the back. That's it. And when my watercolor, it's all dry, this is going to be at the top and here. That's simple. Now, for the greeting, I use the greeting in Peaceful Place. This one I want to put Gather Together, or A Season of Thanks from another stamp set, Gather Together, the stamp set. What I done, I use vellum, and I cut my vellum. See, I cut the vellum at the top and the bottom, and that's what I place on my card. You can see through a little bit. I use glue dot to glue my vellum. Thinking of you with gratitude there. That is it, my friends. See how simple it is to have quick, lovely, vibrant color, watercolor, when you emboss first. You don't have to be careful to the line, just a little wash. And then the shimmer in the water adds so much for, I don't know how much you can see in the camera, but trust me, it adds a lot with the shimmer. That is it for today. Till next time, happy stamping. And again, you can shop 24/7 on my blog. Direct link right below. Anyone in the US can shop 24/7. Have a lovely day. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend.